Hey everyone, this is Jake Heaps here in the 710 Film Studios. Unfortunately, here after a tough Sunday night loss against the Los Angeles Rams. This was a tough game. Obviously, the Rams took it to the Seahawks from the very beginning, but also because the Seahawks left big opportunities on the table. And from two guys that aren't primary players for the Seahawk offense, but have taken advantage of every single opportunity. And so I'm going to break down three plays that would have, in my mind, kind of changed the course of the game, and just showing kind of some of the easy mistakes that are very correctable that I believe they will get fixed and move on. So coming here, we're going right to that 4th and 1 play that the Seahawks tried to run in their own territory, in the red zone. Right now, at this point, they're down 14-3. This is already getting to a point of desperation, needing to match the LA Rams, whose offense came out red hot. And I love the call. I love the aggressive nature of this. They called a naked bootleg, and it was there for them. So what you're going to having is Swoops is going to run a corner route. You're going to have Jacob Hollister run a flat route, and then you're going to have Malik Turner come in and run this over route. Now, early in the game, I believe it was the second play of the game, they called a very similar play that was a completion to Malik Turner. Did a great job in that scenario, good completion, first down, all of that. But in this situation, as you can see, as they run this play, Tyrone Swoops, that corner route, takes out the corner and the safety up top, leaving for this one-on-one opportunity for Malik Turner against Jalen Ramsey. He does a fantastic job of running his route, getting a little bit of separation away from Ramsey, and Russell Wilson. This looks to be an easy pitch and catch. Great first down conversion, which I think would set up for them to have a scoring opportunity to get it in the end zone. But unfortunately, as you see in this behind view, that Malik Turner, his head is already, his eyes are already trying to look out in front. He's trying to run with the football, and this football right here, as you can see, is starting to come out. And just a simple error in making sure that you have the catch first. No one else, Jalen Ramsey had nothing to do with this play, didn't touch the football. This was just a simple error of making sure you secure the catch first. Critical mistake here. Now, going to 3rd and 7 here at the end of the second quarter, it seemed like early on every single possession for the Seahawks was worth gold, and they had to capitalize on every opportunity that they got to keep up with the Los Angeles Rams, and having these errors certainly do not help. And so this 3rd and 7 missed conversion really comes down to a really good play call, good read by Russell Wilson, and then Jacob Hollister not coming down with the catch. So here we are. We have a 3-by-1 bunch formation here, and what you're going to have is a simple rub combination. You're going to have rub routes underneath with Jacob Hollister coming from behind and running a dig route. And so what ends up happening is the Los Angeles Rams, they drop into a 3-deep coverage. So they play what we call 3-weak, the safety playing down to the weak side, and everybody else has cover 3 responsibilities. So these crossing routes right here, they take control of the flat defender, the hook to curl defender, and you see that their eyes are all on Russell Wilson and on the measures that are happening in front of him. Now, Jacob Hollister is going to come right behind this player right here, this linebacker. Russell Wilson sees it happening, throws with anticipation, and as you can see from behind, throws it into a really nice window here. And Jacob Hollister, one of the reasons why this ended up being an incompletion was because he saw and recognized that 58 was here, Corey Littleton, and that he was trying to, as he was coming through, that he was trying to throttle down. But unfortunately, the best place to go is in between both defenders. I know it's a simple concept, but you have to get to that spot in between both of those defenders. That's exactly where Russell Wilson threw it. So it forced Jacob Hollister to now kind of have to do a semi-dive for it, put his body in an awkward position over the middle of the field, and just had a lack of concentration knowing that he had bodies around him that could generate contact. So once again, at that point in the game, you need to answer. You have to respond after the Rams have gone up on you 14-3, getting a score, even if it's a field goal, it's an answer. It's a momentum changer. and you're eliminating the Rams from getting back onto the field. So that hurt them in that moment. And also the Rams were able to take full advantage of it going on that next possession with another touchdown, going up 21-3. So now here at the end of the game is already well in hand. The Seahawks, they are trying to generate some sort of a comeback. It's down 28-9. Anything can happen with this team. There's 7 minutes left to go in this game. 3rd and 15. They get exactly what they want here. They do a great job. Jacob Hollister's outside, motion him back down, and they're just going to run a switch release vertical concept here. So they're going to clear out, and you're going to have these seams by DK Metcalf and Malik Turner with Chris Carson running a flat route to the boundary. So they're going to flood the side. And what ends up happening is the Rams, they send a safety blitz with Taylor Rapp. They're playing 3 fire zone behind it. And as you can see, this is developing really nicely over on this side. Linebacker runs with Chris Carson. Corner takes Jacob Hollister. And now you got Malik Turner with all of this space with the safety's eyes over to DK Metcalf here in this window. And Malik Turner is going to run a time post or a seam that's going to play like a time post. These are routes that are timing routes. You have to get your head around. You know the situation. You know you have to get a certain amount of steps in and boom, get your head around because Russell Wilson is expecting to throw the ball on time and in rhythm. So as you can see, as Malik Turner's running here, Russell, the ball is already out. The ball is right there in this situation. And Malik Turner is going to hit his final step, and he needs to snap his head around to be able to get this ball. And unfortunately, Malik Turner, the ball is there right now. If he has his hands out in the proper position, just reaching up, just a little bit above his head, which is exactly where you want to place this football, it is a walk-in touchdown, and now it gives your team a second chance at possibly coming back here in this situation. But Malik Turner took his time, not only sticking his foot in the ground, but also getting his head around. And so Malik Turner is seeing this football just in the air, just as it's passing him by. And those are situations, ultimately, that you cannot have. So like I said, these are correctable mistakes. They're going to talk about it. They've already addressed it. They're going to move forward. But for guys like Jacob Hollister and Malik Turner, this doesn't lose faith. You don't lose faith in these guys. You continue to keep integrating them into the offense. But what this ends up doing, though, is it shows you how important it is to keep DK Metcalf, Josh Gordon, and Tyler Lockett involved into the game at all times and trying to feed those guys and those opportunities. Malik Turner, Jacob Hollister, they're going to get more shots, and I expect them to make big plays like they have previous to that moment. But those are the little things that what ends up going wrong can lead to a big blowout loss like we saw versus the Rams. Look forward to seeing you guys next week as hopefully the Seahawks have won versus the Carolina Panthers.